guys, it's Sam. I'm up today with a bit of a play in my Cocoa Daisy Dori for July. This is a memory keeping spread, and I've got these photos that I've just collaged on my phone and printed out, so I'm just going to trim those out. I usually do my memory keeping at the end of the month once all my planning and kind of practical stuff is in, so I know what gaps I've got. But this month started on a Sunday, so I knew I had this big gap, and also these photos I knew were going to go in. Another reason I do it at the end of the month is so that I know what photos I've got and I can pick my favourites, because there's no way they're all going to fit because I take so many pictures. But these ones I knew were going to go in because this was a day that all the family got together. So it's got me and Chris, my mum, my brother and his fiancée. And we don't often all get together, and even if we do, we don't take photos. So something that I definitely wanted to put in. Plus we were all wearing blue, so it fit the theme of the Dory perfectly. So when I was setting up the Dory, I put this dashboard in, just loose in this page, because like I said, I knew I had this big gap free. So I just put the dashboard there because I thought at the end of the month, if I do have something to put in, I could turn it into a tip in, and if I don't, I can just stick it down. It looks really nice just to fill that page up. So I wanted to use that. I do that, if you've seen my setup videos, you'll see that I just slot in dashboards on the pages where I think they look nice, just to try and encourage me to use them. It's not something that's easy to kind of slot in at the end of the month if you've still got them left. So, and I don't like having my kit left. It's a real bugbear of mine. So I'm just using it as a tip in because I have got quite a lot of photos. So I do want it to open up and put things on the inside. And I've just used some double-sided tape and some of the really gorgeous washi tape from the kit as well, just to stick that in. So this wasn't a particularly special day. This was just a day that we'd all decided to go shopping and have kind of a mooch around town. We wanted to go to IKEA for some bits for the house, and my brother needed some bits as well, so he decided to come along. And then near IKEA there's a Mother Care. My mum hasn't been baby shopping with us yet, so she convinced us to stop at Mother Care on the way and do some baby shopping. So it wasn't anything special. It just so happened we all met at our house, and when everybody turned up we were all wearing matching kit. So Adam and Chris, my brother Adam and my husband Chris, had matching t-shirts and shorts on, and then all the girls were in blue stripes, so it just made us laugh, and we decided to take some pictures, which obviously love my photos, so that's fine. So we were just kind of playing around, messing about. There was not a particular special day, and normally I probably wouldn't use up this much space in my Dory just for kind of normal photos, if you like, but I really liked them. Like I said, we don't take pictures of it all together very often. So, and because we were all out together and we went to Mother Care and IKEA, the baby got absolutely spoilt rotten. So that's what those last few photos are, just all the things that everybody bought for the baby. Me and Chris didn't, can I just say, we're trying really hard not to go overboard, but everyone's just spoiled them rotten, which is really nice. So sometimes I'd mount the photos, but I know this is only kind of the second week of July, but my Dory is getting so full already. It's really chunky, which I love, but I'm trying to kind of just stay on top of it and not get it too thick. So I remembered I had these washi strips from the sticker subscription that I hadn't used yet, so I thought I'll use some of those to sit the photographs on instead of mounting them. So I'm just playing around with where to put them really, and just making sure that all of the photos look like they're grounded and they've got something sort of behind them or next to them. And yeah, just playing and seeing where I want things to go. I can't fit all of the photos on, which is fine. There's two on the right hand side there which just don't fit on the spread. I could probably have squeezed them in, but decided not to. This sticker I ripped as well by accident, but not really bothered. I tend to tear the edges of my washi tape anyway, so it just looked like that, so that's absolutely fine. So I'm just putting a bit behind that big picture on the right as well, just to again give it something to sit on. And like I said, I don't like having any of my subscriptions left, apart from the obvious things like washi and stamps and things which have to go into my stash. I try and use up absolutely everything. So, and I also try and do my spreads quite quickly. I don't like them to take too long, so I've decided that's where the photos are going. So before I change my mind and faff, I'm sticking them all down. I'm just using double-sided tape, and then you'll just see me going through all of my stickers and trying to decorate and see what I can fit in. And I've just skipped out all of the me sticking everything down, because you don't need to sit through me peeling off hundreds of bits of double-sided tape. I thought I'd spare you that. So that's all I've done though, double-sided tape, and just stuck all those photographs down. Not overthinking myself, not kind of double checking, just sticking and going for it. So I've just got this little tray of die cuts and bits and pieces from the kit that I've got left. So I'm just going through to see what I could use. That piece of paper was just a little off cut from one of the papers that I cut down to use on the cover. I didn't actually end up using it on the cover, but I trimmed it down as an option. If you've seen my setup video, you'll have seen me fighting with that. So that was something that I actually probably could have used if I'd have found it before I put the photos down. I could have used it underneath instead of those washi strips, but that's fine. I'm good with it as it is. So I just wanted a little tab on the top of this dashboard just to kind of turn it into handle almost, or something to get hold of and turn it, just to encourage you to turn it. And I'm just using tacky glue to do that, or wet glue, PVA, something like that, just because I can't, if I do it with double-sided, I will put the tab in the wrong place, I'll put it wonky, I'll put it upside down, and double-sided doesn't like being peeled off, or not the one I use anyway. It's once it's stuck. So I find wet glue just gives me a second to move it and slide it. And again, you probably already know my hatred of tabs. It's not even my hatred of tabs, actually. It's the tabs hate me. They don't work for me, they don't go where I want them to go, I just fight with tabs, so wet glue seems to be helping. So I've just put that on the top of that dashboard. And then I'm just, like I said before, going through all of my stickers and trying to use as many as I possibly can. I'm definitely not a minimalist kind of scrapbooker, memory keeper. I will just pile the stuff on. And I guarantee that at the end of the month, when I've got a couple of stickers left, I'll go back and add some onto this spread. I'll add them on every page because I refuse to put them back in my stash. I will use them in this story. So there may be a few nice white spaces on this story at the moment, and when I do a flip through at the end of the month, they won't be there. I think for me that's just because the Dori and obviously all the add-ons and the kits are so themed that I don't feel like it's stuff that would easily go with something else. I mean, some of them might, if you have another planner, if you do Happy Planner or something else, you could use a lot of the functional stickers for there, but I don't. I just use my Dori. And there's no point obviously saying I can do it next month, because next month I'll get all new stickers and all new die cuts that I'll need to fit in, and they'll be in a different colour and a different theme, so these might look odd. So I don't want to. I just put them all into this Dori. I've found some quite fun ways of using up random stickers. I might do another video on that actually. Just let me know if you think that's a good idea, because there's some stickers that, like hole reinforcers, for example. I don't have any holes or rings in this one, so I've found a few other ways of using them. So I might do a flip through maybe of a few of my Doris and showing how I use different stickers and different die cuts in different ways, just to get them all used up. And I think I might at the end of this month as well show you that process in this one. So at the end of the month I'll show you all of the spreads, do a flip through, what I've got left of the kit, and then how I get rid of all of that before I put in my stash what I have to put in my stash, which, like I said before, I'll allow washi, stamps, things like that, fine, but stickers, die cuts, cards even, the little 3x4 cards that you get, dashboards, anything like that, there's no way it's going in my stash. Even the paper clips and binder clips are not going in my stash. They will go with this Dori and they'll go on the shelf. So it's all completely used up and all themed, and it looks beautiful when it's done, but it is jam-packed full of stuff. So it just depends what style you like, I guess. So I've added functional stickers to this, I've added decorative stickers, I've added some of the alphabet like letters that you get, I've added some tick lists as banners. You can see probably on that, I suppose you count it as the middle page if you include the tip out as the left hand side. There's a photo of my mum there, and there's a banner checklist that's got hearts on it, and I've just used that as a decoration. I do just try and use everything up, and I will go through. The functional ones are the hardest to try and use up, particularly on spreads like this, but I have managed to get a little picture of a little camera icon up on the top right hand side. I've got a little shopping trolley icon as well that I've managed to get in there, just to use that up, because that's what we were doing. We were meeting up to go shopping. All of my planning spreads have already got the shopping carts on, but I got so many in this kit, I got so many stickers that I've got some spare ones, so they're on there as well. I've used some kind of label stickers as backgrounds, so you can see on that top right hand corner of the photograph on the right hand side there's a label sticker, and then there's a little camera icon over the top. So I'm just using up as much as I possibly can. The word stickers as well are quite difficult to use up, the little phrases, so if I find one that even remotely fits, then I'm going to put it on and I'm going to add that in. So I'm just adding a tiny bit of journaling. It doesn't really need to say much. Like I said, it was just a shopping day, and we only took some silly pictures because we were all wearing matching clothes, so it's kind of all it needs to say really. So I've just added that in there, and I think the only other thing that I feel like adding is the date. So this was the 1st of July, so it's a nice way to start off my book. So I hope you enjoyed that video, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye!